3 and dude, you can't
3, 2.
look at my hair. You didn't eat. Look. You let the camera catch me in between turning my hat around because you didn't say 3, 2.
I did say that.
You said 3, 2. It even came on before there would have been a 1. It came on at 2.
I technically said 3, 2.
You did technically say 3, 2, but you did not follow the cadence.
I did.
Required.
Welcome in, everybody.
Plump Crunchy, this is what you get. This is me in a nutshell. My hair's shorter in this than it is in that, but it's very similar. It's the same guy. I have more gray now than that headshot. Yeah. Yeah, that headshot was taken under a
less
gray version of Jason.
You're talking about this little emoji.
Yeah, that emoji.
Got it.
Yeah. That's a
everybody?
headshot. I don't know if you know about that. That's a headshot. That's what you present to the powers that be when you want to be famous.
Yeah.
You give them
That's your headshot?
the headshot. Yeah.
Let me adjust my microphone.
How dare you?
Hold on, everybody. There might be some sounds coming.
How dare you?
Hang on. Hang on, everybody.
How dare you?
There we go. I don't want to have to
How
keep
dare
adjusting, and I
you.
keep moving my head all over the place. So, welcome in, everybody. We've got everybody here.
Everybody?
Plump, Crunchy,
Is it
Scorched
everybody,
Earth.
Christopher?
Wad, Jesse Who. I think so. Sarcastic Grandpa, Lumberjack, Moltz. Hey,
Straw.
straw. What do you need a straw?
Huh?
What do you need a straw?
Squeeze them?
What do you need a straw for?
Excuse me? Squeeze me?
So, Jason,
A
we have to do a shout out today.
shout out?
We're going to shout out to one of our community members.
Which
it's
one?
It's his birthday.
There's a lot of them.
Maz.
Maz?
Yeah. He is, it's his 50th birthday
Heck
today.
yeah.
And he can't be here anymore because of his job doing, he can't be on stream because of his job schedule.
Oh, no.
But his wife reached out and said, hey, he's needed an upper, and we're going to wish you a happy birthday.
Maz, happy birthday. Welcome to the 5 O's Club.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
This will be my 56th rotation around the sun myself come next month.
Maz.
So welcome.
And his wife,
we
Big
love
Pearl.
you. And I hate to hear that you don't get to partake.
But yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Do we sing?
Yeah,
happy
yeah, there you go.
Birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday. I had to rub my
That was great.
parts.
Maz, I will send Big Pearl 77, who is your wife. I will send her that link to
Double T.
the YouTube.
Happy birthday, Eve.
Happy birthday to everybody who's got a birthday. But Maz, happy birthday.
You know what? You should be able
you.
to do that. Pick a day and just be like, to everyone who has a birthday, happy birthday.
Then
you're done. You're covered.
We could do like a birthday stream for every month.
Yes.
We should do that.
We should do that.
We'll do that.
Make that down. Put that on the whiteboard because I would support that.
A birthday stream for every month.
A birthday stream once a month to cover all the birthdays in the community for that month. Everybody gets to come in and be celebrated if it's your birthday.
Yeah. And if you can't,
I think it's fun.
We can at least shout you out.
Let's do it.
There you go.
Let's
see
do
what
it.
See what we do, chat?
Man, we are nothing if not here for you.
Yes.
Chat.
And again, shout out to Maz, Big Pearl. Maz, happy birthday. You know what I discovered yesterday?
The Tooth Fairy.
No.
Oh.
She doesn't come unless I lose my teeth.
Well, I was just saying, maybe you caught her finding other people's teeth. Maybe you just randomly opened a closet door and it was like, eek!
I smashed her.
Oh.
That's a bummer for
Why
everybody.
Would you be that mean?
I didn't know it looked like a small woman with wings, and it looked fairy tale.
Freaked out.
If
what are you doing in my house?
If I saw that in real life, I'm killing that thing. If I really saw that, there's no way that's not some mythical demon in my house. They're dying, dude.
But why wouldn't you have it? You would at least want a conversation first.
I wouldn't.
Because you're afraid it'll eat your face off.
Why wouldn't it?
Well.
That tooth fairy's hungry. She comes for teeth. What else? If she doesn't have teeth to get,
for teeth.
what else is she getting? I don't know.
She's there for the teeth. You're either giving or she's taking.
Hey. Happy birthday to everybody. And happy birthday to those who have shown up today. It's every day's your birthday when you're watching stream.
Hey, that's the positive outlook we need.
That's the power
every day
of positivity.
Is like a birthday when you're watching the stream with me and Chris. That's the way it works.
Okay, Shorty says, "Oh, Jason, this is the second order I've received telling me not to eat the paint. I feel targeted." Well, we just need to legally remind you all.
That's the whole point. You should feel targeted. Well, I mean, maybe.
No, I was not how man do. I was not out drinking last night. Well, technically,
you were out drinking.
I did have a drink last night.
Yeah, you did go drinking.
It was Margarita Monday.
You did go drinking last night.
Ace is really wanting you to try that fallow turquoise, Jason.
Okay. On what?
On that little the little bolo tie that's not a bolo tie.
Oh, yeah. I might.
You might.
I might. It might
Ace, did you get yourself some? Because if you haven't, it's a beautiful color. I think that's maybe why you're asking, is because you want to see it. He could at least put some on the palette for you.
Gosh, throw me under the bus, Chris. Why don't you?
No, that's not throwing you under the bus.
It was.
You would do that if somebody asked what color, right? Right?
Probably.
Probably. I have set 2 and 3 single expert paints in my shopping cart. Nice, how men do.
I would probably.
How men do? Is that your first time getting the expert acrylics? Making the jump? Make sure you get that bold titanium, or the titanium white, not bold titanium.
Make sure you do whatever you want to do. Don't feel forced by Chris.
No, I'll force you
to do anything. You guys and gals out there are able to make your own decisions. We trust that you make very good decisions.
Wait, this is the same guy who always tells me to not trust the chat. I don't get it.
It could go either way. It could go either way. It literally could go either way, right? It's like sometimes I'm on chat side.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm never on Chris's side, really.
That's okay. We have to keep the balance in the force.
What's the force?
I don't know, man. I just was told to say that. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I just know that there's a balance.
Is there?
Whatever that means. November, you do not, in fact, have to actually listen to me. You don't. You literally could put this stream on silent and just watch Jason paint. Jason, can you center up a little bit for me?
Holy mean. Why don't you move the cameras?
I did yesterday.
And?
We did this. We centered you up. It was perfect. Oh. It's okay. Just a little reminder for the talent.
Ugh.
Sometimes we aren't to be trusted, says DT Corgi.
Yeah.
Sometimes you should listen to us and eat the paint. No, false.
It's fair to say that there are times when chat should not be trusted.
Papa Chicken says, being a parent means hearing an unapproved noise at 2 a.m. and hoping it's just a ghost and not your kid out of bed again. Not a joke. I'm just tired. Hope you're all having a great day. Hey.
Not a joke. I'm just tired.
Hey, hopefully. And Supa Dupa John with 16 months.
No way.
What's up, Supa Dupa?
No way.
Oh, okay. Not set 3. No, that's what I said, how am I do? You got set 2 and you got 3 singles. That's what I said. Regardless, you're going to enjoy them.
Oh, you'll enjoy it, all right.
Chaos Angel. I feel that in my soul, to Papa Chicken. If you have kids, I'm sure you have gotten that 2 a.m. call in the middle of the night. Shadowcast. All right, tree guy. What a great way to start.
Okay, there, tree guy.
For doing dioramas, which size trees work well for 28 millimeter scale models? All right, Mr. Tree Man. I don't know that much about trees, but Jason, what would you use?
Okay, there, tree boy.
What would you use for your trees on dioramas? Actually, I should ask Jason this question.
I am literally the most anti-tree human being on the planet.
Oh no.
And so I would not infect my diorama with trees.
In fact, there's a couple, I don't know.
Haven't you seen that movie with Mark Wahlberg where the trees try to kill everybody? They can't be trusted.
What?
You can't trust trees. Try to kill everybody.
What are you talking about? What is
Mark
the name of this
Wahlberg,
movie?
M. Night Shyamalan,
What?
trees killing people.
I don't believe that.
That-
Jason
it's
supports
thing.
or thank, says Paint Liquor, confirmed.
What's that?
Jason supports or thank.
Yep.
Uh,
No trees.
I need to figure out. Oh, The Happening. That's about the trees?
The trees killed people.
Nice.
Can't be trusted. I don't like trees.
Well,
I killed the tree at our house. I'm about to paint it orange.
You keep saying that. When are we doing this?
Let's do it. With the day you come over to fix my camera so I can stream from home again.
Well, if we end up removing this building, we might have to do a transition period, Jason.
Where we stream from my bedroom.
Just for a little bit.
With like Chris sitting on the beanbag chair with Cora.
Well, we have to figure something out. That's a different conversation. But
if you peek in on my desk in there,
yeah,
you'll see that I am looking at LoopNet right now at commercial real estate.
LoopNet.
I
know
some neat offices.
Yeah.
That are in the vicinity.
Oh, okay. There's some. This area is cool. Like
there's a lot
down
of really cool
Central
offices.
too.
Yeah. Right down 3rd Street. As a matter of fact.
That. But there might be a transition period.
It would have enough space to bring Ryan and the people back in.
Oh,
we could say screw your work from home days. Hopefully they're not listening.
Oh, they're definitely listening. I see. Mind you, I just ordered my first set of 8 Pro-Acryl paints. I can't wait to start to use them. I want to try a limited palette with expert acrylic. What's your thought on Aerolite Yellow Deep, Jason?
Yeah.
Quido, magenta,
why
and Payne's Gray and Titanium White.
Ragnar DeMite, you're not there. You're not there. We'll find a beautiful office where you can come be part of the family again. No more work from home.
My team gets stuff done, Jason. They're getting it done every single day. Isn't that right?
They're
Ryan?
okay.
They're pretty good.
They're okay. All right, so I just made the red cloth into burgundy cloth by putting some dark purple one step over it.
Jeff says, I have a question about dry brushing.
He's not listening.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading this question. I'm trying to read your question. What are you talking about? I was reading this.
He's not listening.
Okay. Jason,
Sir,
what are
yes,
your
sir.
thoughts on Aerolite Yellow, Quido Magenta, Payne's Gray, and Titanium White for a limited palette with expert acrylics?
I mean, it's great. It's going to give you a weird CMYK kind of deal. The Payne's Gray is not going to be as blue as you need for like a lot of the purple range.
Yeah.
Or the making greens out of, but you can get a lot of really cool. So you'll be missing purples, rich blues, and greens out of that. The Payne's Gray with white will get you a gray blue, and then that with the yellow will get you like a desaturated style green. And then you can get like probably a really deep, almost foresty green out of it. So you got some neat colors there. You just won't get any real heavy saturated blues like this or greens out of it easily. But you can play with it. I think it'd be a neat study. Yeah. You know, that's where things like the what's it called, like the Mars spectrum stuff, or you know, the grimdark yellow ochre and burgundy and Payne's Gray kind of palettes come into play. So there's some neat stuff you can do with that for sure.
How Mandu says, where would the best times to be opt to use expert acrylics versus pro acryl and one step?
Well, I mean, I'm painting with them right now.
Okay. So you can kind of just use them interchangeably, essentially.
Yeah,
depending on the use
they
case.
are more of a, how to put it, more of a what do you like in your process, right? What gives you the best feel as a tool doing certain techniques. You might find that the overall saturation of color that you get from the expert acrylics holds up to thinning better or differently than, you know, the normal water-based paints do. So you might say, okay, when I'm doing my glazing, I'm going to stick to, expert acrylics, but you might also be more along the lines of saying, no, I use the main liquid acrylic line for 90% of my heavy lifting, and then I only use the expert acrylics where I need the color they represent. It's up to you. They're all meant to be interchangeable and be based more on feel. Now, the one-step colors are a different type of paint. So out of one step, you get that, contrast / speed paint mechanic that is just notably different in how it floods the area with color, flows into recesses, gives that ability to lay a good layer of contrast on the model early and make it look like you've done more without as much effort. So, it exists for a particular reason and does a particular job. So, that's why that exists, and why you would choose it is because that's the job that you're wanting to do. Outside of that, the other two are interchangeable. The normal Pro Acryl line and the expert acrylics are almost 100% interchangeable. Stripes.
Nice.
Because he has
a question. Here we go.
Stripes.
Oh, right. Jeff has a question. I have a question about dry brushes. How do you clean them? I dip mine in water and it gets all squished together and not soft bristled anymore.
You have to use the brush soap with dry brushes to keep them floofy.
Yeah, and you got to really work that paint out of the ferrule, especially on dry brushes, because we could tend to be very aggressive with those.
Well, and they will dig more paint deeper into the bristles than a regular brush because the bristles are thicker, especially with the domed dry brushes.
Yeah.
So you may need to, just run them and clean them multiple times to make sure that you don't have all that paint building up in the bristles themselves. Whereas a normal round artist brush doesn't get as much paint build up in the bristles, so you don't have to worry about it as much. It typically rinses out very well with a very quick rinse in the cup.
Yeah.
The dry brushes will have way more paint loaded in because you spend a lot of time pushing paint deeper into the barrel of bristles, and the barrel of bristles is much thicker with more bristles in it. So they can get clumped together along the top, and that's a pain. Oh, show.
Little Billy says, Jason, I used crimson, then royal purple, one step over an ivory work up on a leather pouch, and it gave me such a lovely magenta. I love one step so much.
So good.
Almost as much as I love
These are
Chris.
the types of things that really get me going because people are starting to find out, the people that bought one step at Adepticon, starting to play with it, and are really starting to find their stride. And I'm hearing and seeing so many good things, so that's great. Really gets me going. Thanks for sharing and keep doing so. Anytime you try something new, I'm anxious to learn new ways to get the colors to really pop. So you find a really good underpainting base tone that works with colors like you just did with the ivory, tell the community about it. I like that.
Looks good. I need to use the restaurant.
Jeez. Already?
Drink a lot of water today.
Can't take this Chris guy anywhere. I want to go ahead and start. I was going to hold off to the later stages to do this, but I think right now is the time I need to start laying in stripes and other textures so I can really start defining the way this is going to look. But I like the thin red pinstripes. I wasn't sure I was going to like it. On Adrian's art is a little bit more vibrant with the oranges throughout the yellow, but because I'm doing the gold handles instead of all silver, I didn't want to use this orange of a yellow on the chest, but I like the greenish shadows with the red stripes too. I'm going to brighten the red on the vest to the point where we had the other ones because I knocked those down to burgundy-ish, and then we'll bring more of a orange red onto the stripes on the vest and see how we like it. But I am using the alizarin crimson to get us going, not the pyro red. Everything come out okay?
I did. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Travis Cedric needs to learn to go to the bathroom. I did go to the bathroom before. I have been drinking a lot of water today.
It's having a rough day.
Marshall Stout, you must have been Taco Tuesday for lunch. No, we didn't do that today.
We had Taco Monday night. We convinced Jen, which didn't take much convincing, by the way. She was all about it. When she heard us say we wanted Mexican food on the stream, and when I contacted her, I was like, I know you had like bison out. We do bison bowls.
Yeah.
She had thawed the bison, and she was like, yeah, but you said Mexican, and I was like, I really want Mexican.
Yeah.
So we all had Mexican. It was good.
Ships Farkling says, using transparent green through an airbrush, should I thin it with thinner or water?
Either, whatever your preference is the way I like to say that. It thins great with either, but yes, you need to thin it. I typically just use water. Just remember that water will lower the viscosity aggressively while also thinning the opacity. And airbrush thinner, depending on the thinner that you use, may not thin the viscosity as aggressively. Like if you use our glazed wash medium or something similar, it can keep the paint thicker like paint while still making it lower opacity and easier to spray with.
Little Billy, you're really giving me the business today. Jason, why don't you say bye son to Chris and fire him? Bye son. I get it. Bison balls, bye son, bye son. I'm fired, unemployed.
He's stretching it there, Chris.
It's a stretch.
Chris, I just want you to know.
Yeah.
I'm on your side.
Maybe.
No,
50-50.
Not 50. I'm on your side.
Lumberjack, that wasn't enough time to wash your hands. I washed my hands. They're nice, squeaky clean, just for you, Lumberjack. Chips Farkle, absolutely. 100%. Genuine question. What is Noosh mainly used for, Jason?
That's a Chris question.
Everything and anything. It's a great cleaner for your bathroom, too, I found out.
Don't tell me.
No, actually, it's a subtractive weathering medium that is an alternative to oil washes for us. It acts like an oil wash essentially when you go and do your weathering on your models. I use it to get into the nooks and crannies. You can do it for pin washing, all that kind of stuff. It's very good. It's a very universal tool.
Yeah, it's meant to be a water-based replacement for oil washes.
Mm-hmm.
It will do overall full model filters. So like layering weathering filters on tanks, any style model. It allows you to mix the color with the clear medium and then apply the mixture to the model and then wipe it off. And you get all of that neat filtering effect that you would get from applying a filter in that manner. So, very useful tool, but also so much more useful than just that. We have a lot of people that use it for all of their blending because it has a drying retarder portion to it. So, it makes it easier to have the paint workable for longer periods of time.
Shadowcast, wait, you can pen wash with it, question mark?
Not really. I say you can't. If you found it works for you, great. It does not do that really well because it doesn't extend the capillary action of the paint at all. One-step medium does that.
What's a pen wash?
It's where you do like panel lining.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between a pen wash and a pin wash, or is that the same thing? What's pin washing, Jason?
I just said.
That's what pin washing is?
Panel lining, yeah.
Shadowcast said pen wash, so I think you might have said something.
P-I-N, not P-E-N.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. For a second, I'm like, is there something else?
Yeah, I've never seen it as P-E-N. It's P-I-N wash, pen wash. It's like if you have a, the side of a tank.
Right.
Right, and you want to get, a nice line of weathering right down that.
Yeah.
You would just touch it with an oil and it would run along that line.
Right.
Gravity and everything would take it there, but it would deliver a lot of pigment. If you use a wash and you do that, it'll run along the line, but it'll pull all the pigment to the bottom.
And you're saying, okay,
One-step medium will do that, though. You can hit that and it'll slide along and leave a lot of pigment. So one step would do a lot of great pen washing, right? You can do in between like doors and things like that. So you can do a lot more of the traditional like scale model weathering.
Gotcha. Derpsick has got a question here. I got dark warm gray yesterday and used it as shadows for warm gray. It looks good, especially when mixed with warm gray to create a mid-tone. But was it intended to be a shadow color for warm gray? What else could the color be used for? A shadow for non-metallic steel? ?
Sure. It's just exactly what it states on the tin. It is a warmer color of gray, and it is a darker shade than the neutrals, or warmer than the neutral grays, and it's just the dark version. So you can I use it along with browns for earth tones, and when I paint terrain, it can be used for all sorts of stuff. Use it for a base for non-metallic steel.
Ace says, I saw someone do a pin wash using Noosh and One Step mixed, I think. Interesting.
Somebody was talking about that yesterday.
Stan was
I don't think you have to. I mean, the Noosh would add a longer dry time. So if you use it like that, maybe.
I think I'm getting my terminology mixed up.
You are.
I didn't realize what a pin wash was, technically.
Yeah.
I guess there's not really a technical term of just getting in the recess is really nice.
Well, it does that, but you have to understand what else it does. A pin wash is where you're just doing the recess, and a normal filter gets in the recesses but colors the top area and everything. Right. It's all how you're filtering. If you just want the filter in a specific spot, typically that's, pin washing or dot filters and things like that. But
got it. Okay.
One Step allows it to flow. Noosh allows it to stay wet longer so that it's workable. You don't really need that for a pen wash. You don't need it to be workable. So, that isn't a requirement, and why I would say that Noosh isn't necessary, but I can see if people are playing around with it, you might find something really cool. I'm not here to stop you from having fun and playing around with the mediums. But the two, One Step and Noosh, kind of work against one another because Noosh is meant to be a removable, subtractive weathering medium. And One Step is an additive weathering medium, meaning that, additive is how we paint 99.9% of the time. Everything I'm doing here is additive. I'm adding color on top of color and it stays where I put it, and that's the way we paint. Subtractive is if you put the paint on there and then you're wiping it off, and the effect that's left by wiping it off is what you are looking for.
Yeah.
And that's what Noosh is. One Step is definitely an additive medium. It's meant to put the paint on the model, and it works well when you put a lot of paint on the model. And Noosh is meant to take most of that paint away to give you the effect, and it changes the way the paint looks based on how you remove it as opposed to how you apply it. But have fun, play with color. One of the greatest things about our hobby is coming up with new, interesting ways to use old products. I grew up in a time where not very many companies made products specific to modeling. And so we had to find ways to use standard artistic colors. That's where oil washes all came from. And how they're used in our hobby was taking art supplies from the art supply store and making them work on tanks.
Little Billy says, Jason, it's National Lab Week next week, and I'm using the skills learned on stream to decorate a lab coat. So thank you, even Chris, for the tips and tricks taught here. Nice.
Oh, really?
You gonna do some airbrushing on that, Little Billy? That'd be cool.
On your lab coat?
Yeah. Shadowcast says, speaking of One Step, how you think a color over silver metallic would work? I just did that last night.
Very well.
I did 5 parts water to 1 part dark blue black, and I put that through my airbrush over dry brush metallic steel and silver, and it gave the overall model, because I shot it from underneath, and it gave it an amazing blue shadow on the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
I took a picture. I'll throw it in Discord after
this.
Yeah,
definitely.
I risked it last night, chat, because I got my nights to a certain place where I'm like, okay, but I want them to be darker. So I ended up making this mixture, and I did it from the bottom, and then I ended up spraying most of the model to just make it look darker. It actually came out great. That's my TED Talk on that.
Being brave.
It is amazing through the airbrush, by the way.
Oh my God.
One Step is a literal
One Step
magic.
will make you feel like an absolute pro.
It's awesome.
When you airbrush with it. It is absolutely spectacular.
I was airbrushing.
Not one of our things that we were really thinking about when making it, but holy, is it great for airbrushing.
I did it for about like an hour or so last night. Didn't need to clean it once. It was great.
Oh yeah, the viscosity helps with that a lot.
Plus, when I added the water, because I just wanted it to be a little filter, because it's really dark if you don't filter it down, but it dried amazing. Flapjack, a little surprised that this character is called Whiplash Willy and not Slick Willy. That's because Slick Willy is under patent law or whatever for this new restaurant Jason's coming out. I don't know what I'm trying to say, not patent law. Trademark for that.
Hear me
restaurant.
out, chat.
Hey, and thank you for that sub, by the way, Flapjack.
Hear me out, chat. Slick Willie's fettuccine.
There it is.
And cheesecake steak.
Scorched earth. I won't know till May. That's okay. It's coming.
Stripes.
Nice. Can stores, Jesse who's asking, can stores pre-order One Step now? Wondering if I should ask my FLGS. Yes.
Most definitely they can.
Tell them to call our number and get a hold of an account rep, and we will get them loaded up.
Most definitely they can. We've had probably about over a third of our stores have pre-ordered. They're usually really bad about it, so you may need to go up and kick them. But
really go ask them to call us.
They may definitely pre-order. All of those emails have been going out for weeks now. And we've had a good bunch of our retailers that have jumped on early, but there's still a lot more that have not. So,
yes, Super Duper, he did say cheesecake steak. What's up, Frigid? Pop Chicken. I've been wanting to teach a class on painting locally for a long time, but that feels like a whole lot of pride and hubris to assume that I have knowledge worth sharing. How do I know if something worth teaching that would help others?
I think everybody who paints has something they can teach someone else. It's finding the honesty on where you believe your level of skill lies with regard to who you're trying to appeal to in the class is really what you're looking for. And I think that's what you're asking, right? It's not hubris unless you go in and say you're going to teach an advanced class and then people show up and they're more advanced than you are, right? So I think what you really want to do is tailor your class to where you feel comfortable knowing that your experience can do people good. So if you feel like you want to do a class for beginners, go for it, right? And then label it as such. Like, hey, get into painting models for Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer, and come see me on Saturday at your local store or whatever. I applaud you. I think everybody's got the ability to do that. If you have the chops to speak to people in a way that can convey an idea, right, then go for it. Don't get too wrapped up in the am I good enough part. If you know how to prime and base coat and do a zenithal and all that kind of stuff, then go share that with people. There'll be somebody who wants to know that information. Just be honest and know where you need to sit.
Yeah, you know what? And to go off of what Jason's saying, Papa Chicken, for you in particular on base layer, your stuff is awesome. Your BattleTech, man, is legit. So I know you have something to teach.
Yeah, Papa Chicken's good.
That your BattleTech stuff always gets me in the mood to play BattleTech. Plus all the little areas that you make too. All those scenes you put them in, I think are super well done. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go find Papa Chicken on base layer because it's dope. Really makes me feel like I'm playing BattleTech.
Yeah, teach to your confidence is the key. If you're confident, heck, if you're most confident painting BattleTech, do a painting BattleTech class.
Heck yeah.
That might be something where you don't have to worry about your knowledge of, things like people asking questions about color theory. You can just knuckle down and say, we're going to paint a mech today. Again, remember, teaching is just as much about you as it is about the subject and the people you're teaching. Teach to your confidence level.
Lumberjack says, I was approached by someone from the Discord asking for advice on their challenge piece. I was taken back when they said they were asking me because I was, in quotes, good.
That's awesome. You are good.
Yeah.
You paint very well, Tim. You've come a long way, too.
Scorcher.
Pay attention. You take classes. I've seen you post up stuff from taking classes with other artists and paying attention to other people's streams. And you're invested, man, and that means the world.
Scorcher says, I've learned so much fundamentals on these streams that it isn't taught in YouTube videos. Also, sometimes just the way you explain things can make a huge difference.
Thank you. I'm glad it's helping. That's the biggest key is, I was just discussing today
we go on
John Nenas of all people that one of the biggest things is being okay with repetition.
Yeah.
There is always somebody who doesn't know what you're about to say in the world of art because someone new will be watching. And, we get caught up in this age of needing to have more and more content, and content creators are always searching for what's the new content I have to do and how am I going to play the algorithm, and I got to come up with a new idea, and for 10 years we've said the same thing over and over and over again on this channel. The fundamentals are key. YouTubers are trying to figure out a way to stay relevant with content that keeps their view count up.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
And that's harder.
Yeah.
And doesn't always fit the need for educating and teaching, right? Because a lot of times you're telling in class you're doing the same thing. Think about like school. When you go to school, the teacher teaches the same thing every year. They just teach it to new people.
Yeah.
Right? That's the way I've been running this channel for 10 years.
And that's why most of our content, even on our YouTube channel, is longer, because we don't really cut a lot of it out. We do because sometimes it stretches over a week and we're not going to make a 10-hour video. What streams are for, but we try to keep all the meat in there.
Yep.
Opposed to the opposite of what we're normally used to is cutting most of everything out and leaving out the owl bits.
Just paint the damn owl.
Bridget, while we're 20 days away from our wedding, I always love to tune in because I learn something new or get a new idea, inspiration. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for joining. Anchor says, I'm so glad I came across your stream. I found a hobby I'm loving. Thanks to you all. Nice.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Good stuff. That's what we like to hear.
That made my day. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I absolutely love knowing that we had any amount of influence on somebody finding a hobby that they really enjoy.
Anna says, this community is why I stopped listening to people tell me I couldn't win painting competitions.
Heck yeah.
That Chai Cat says, I want to start streaming painting, but that's something I worry about too, as I'm good enough if people ask questions, especially when I'm painting for a bit over a year.
So streaming is different. I will tell you that streaming is all about you having fun with your community. You can be the best painter on the planet and stream and get no traction because you're boring. Doesn't matter. So it's all about personality, and that all stems from you having fun doing it. So what I tell people that want to stream painting is find something you can latch onto that you know you're going to have fun while you're doing it, so that if nobody is watching, you're still having fun. If you ever find yourself streaming and getting into the is anybody watching and going over and looking at your view count and then getting bummed out and quiet or whatever, then streaming's not for you. You need to be able to talk to a dead room with nobody in it but you and your computer and the model you're painting and have a conversation like all your friends are there. That's when people will show up.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Yeah. Because I don't think there are very many people, and this is not meant to speak against anyone who might be out there, looking for the painting tips. I think we all do. But nobody really tunes into live painting simply for the painting, because you don't ever really know what you're going to get. You're tuning in for the community and for the social aspect of painting, where you're also going to learn something, but you get to sit here and do it in a true conversation, where it's not a rerun of a episode that you could go watch at any time, right? I firmly believe that. I think that people are here for the community and the education simultaneously.
Yeah.
And so when you think about that, neither one of them will carry you on its own as a streamer.
Jason,
well, maybe the community will, because there's a lot of people that just do sit and chat and just do that stuff. I don't think the education alone will do it.
This is 90% business,
10%
fun.
hooliganism.
No, this is a business stream. The entertainment comes from business.
Okay, gotcha.
Right?
Okay, I'm with you.
Don't let him fool you.
Okay, I got you. I understand now.
We are here
Business.
to paint.
Paint.
Yeah.
Business.
Paint. Win.
Win, paint.
I second what Jason says. Heck, you do that with anything. You gotta love what you're doing.
100%.
Otherwise, you'll just not do it. That's how it goes. Well, that's not true. But streaming in particular, absolutely. Lumberjack says, Miniac just did a video that was 2 hours long. It was just him painting a mini. I'll shout out to him. That's a great video.
What did Tim say? He said...
up here. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To show the whole process. I think I saw that he said in the comments on it that he was going to just sit there and do a video where it was the start to finish on a particular deal, which is awesome. All right.
You've painted thanks to Monument Hobbies, my 7th mini I've ever painted will be in April contest. Nice.
Awesome.
We will definitely give feedback for that.
The duel?
Yeah. A lot of people are doing
Unfortunately, some people have been painting and tagging, and I've been seeing them. I try not to watch, but I've seen some really cool ones. They've been posting them on like the internet in ways, not just in our Discord. I don't go and look at our Discord during challenges so that I can be blown away by the art when I go to do the review. But I will tell you, some people have posted like Facebook and Instagram where they're like, oh my gosh, my Monument Hobbies April challenge. I'm like, no, but it looks really good.
Yeah, streaming after work is definitely sometimes tough. Marshall, I get it. It's tough.
Streaming's a job.
It's not an easy task.
No, it's a job. It really is a job. You don't have to treat it like a job, but I feel like this is one of those conundrums. If you don't treat it like a job, it'll never turn into anything worth doing.
Yeah.
Right? And that doesn't mean that there's money attached to it. That's not what I mean. You may not care about money from streaming. But if you don't treat it like a job, nobody will ever know to tune in.
Yeah.
Because you have to think what you're really trying to do is be your favorite TV show. Be someone's favorite TV show.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to be somebody's favorite TV show if they don't know when to turn you on?
Yeah.
Right? And so that's one of the biggest things with streaming. Be consistent.
Yep.
Find your consistency. Tune in. You don't have to have a script. You can just show up. Chris and I never know what we're doing. Especially Chris.
No, I know exactly what we're doing every single day. It is very rigid on my end.
He doesn't have a clue what he's doing.
Here's what I will say. The foundation is strong. Sometimes the painting of the house of stream is different every day.
Wait.
The foundation is built strong.
Wait. What are you saying?
Here's what I am saying. Stream has.
Are you saying your part is figured
most,
out and my part is slacking?
This is the most structured thing I have currently right now from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 5. This is a show. It's very structured. Sometimes the content and the talent, you have to go with the flow.
Chat.
But that's not saying that's not a bad thing. The house will be painted differently each time. That's the point. But it's always the structure of the house that is good. Don't you do it.
Chat, push
Don't
that button
do it.
for me. X up in chat to push that button.
I'm giving you a great compliment. What are you talking about?
Hey, chat, X up to push the button.
Oh, this is a compliment. This is very structured. No! Without the ship, what is the captain gonna do? And without the ocean, the ship can't do jack. This was supposed to be a good thing that I was saying. Help me! There's so many X's. This is not bad. This is a good thing I'm trying to say. Oh. I tried. I've got nothing. No, Jason, you're fine. You're the structure. You're the house. You're the boat. You're the ship.
There's no coming back from that, Chris. You basically just said that you are the structure and I'm all over the place.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
That's exactly
the
what you said.
stream is the structure.
No, you said you were the structure. You said the talent.
No, I am the ship. I am the ship in which the captain will guide.
Chad, is anybody out there able to follow this man when he goes on these tirades? Because I'm
trying to be serious.
I might hire you as a translator.
I'm trying to be serious. The stream, the royal we stream, we the people. Oh, man. I dug myself deep, not even trying to. I don't know what to say. There's a lot of you are commenting right now, and I am, I don't know what to tell you. Jason is the ship and Chris is the iceberg. I'm not an iceberg.
There is a lot more to him under the surface.
I'm ready to ban all of you. And
Me too.
Clean slate. No.
Clean slate. Starting tomorrow, this show is going to be a lot different.
We're starting literally from scratch.
Tomorrow, this is going to be a lot different, chat.
Lumberjack, that's what I'm saying. We are the people. Jason's the captain. I am the ship. The stream itself is the wood that the ship is built of. There you go.
What?
The stream is an organism, right?
Wait, what?
Ever evolving, but is solid, right? And then we manipulate the organism to do whatever we need it to do based on the day.
When did this become like Day of the Triffids or something? What is going on here?
This is real stuff I'm saying.
It's real words. They don't make any sense.
There's structure. We have structure. We have plans. We have a plan.
Chat, I don't know.
We'd have a plan.
I have no idea what to do here, chat. Somebody help me. Blinking twice doesn't work. Nobody ever does anything. He tells you it's all okay. Don't watch the man.
His blood pressure. Check Jason's blood pressure. Check my blood pressure. Jason's fine. He's relaxed.
I'm always relaxed.
I know. That's why I'm saying it. Chris, just read. No, I won't. All right. You know what we're going to do, Jason?
Oh, I know. Get this train back on the track.
This is a painting business stream.
This is a business
entertainment
paint stream.
No more metaphors.
Did you just not read chat? Chat said they're here for the entertainment.
They're here for painty business.
Okay, they're here to watch paint dry. That's what he just said, chat, so that's what I'm going to go with. Chris knows everything. He's the smartest man alive, so I'm going to go with it.
Oh, no. I'm getting buried today. Wow. This is coming out pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
See how I did that? Ooh. Are you going to paint those buttons gold?
I think it's too much.
Are they gold buttons?
Because see, they disappear on the vest here.
Yeah.
So I think they'd be better as like silver.
I like how you switched up the gun and the belt.
Yeah.
Like his
from the
more
gold
silver,
buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm looking at things like what's too much on any given thing. I think the gold buttons on the yellow field are a little much visually. There was too much silver on the guns if I did the barrel and everything. I liked the gold trigger guard and the gold butt. I thought was kind of funky. Gold and silver together, not really a great plan, but I like it. I like it. We are rule breakers here, chat. What you might call outlaws.
What button?
Why did he just boo me? Did he just boo me?
Don't listen to that guy.
Nope. Did the peanut gallery just boo me? The big sigh, Chris.
Yeah. My head just got heavier.
Your head just got heavier?
With all of that just coming at me. Is there a way to paint silver better than just using the metallic? Ooh. Jason loves his non-metallic silver.
I mean, that's what the belt buckle here is just non-metallic.
Payne's gray and
it's
white.
All just Payne's gray and white.
Yeah. Because we're doing that. I can hear Chris complaining from all the way over here. Says, Gabe, I can actually ban you.
Meanie, meanie, meanie. The man is mean.
I'm not mean.
He's born mean.
I'm the nicest person in this room.
He's a rowdy rabble-rouser.
Bully. Gabe, you're a bully.
What is Gabe doing in chat?
I don't know. What are you doing in chat, Gabe?
Gabe's got work to do.
Get back to work.
Get back to work, Gabe.
He can hear us. He can hear us both on stream and right here in real life.
Is on stream not in real life?
Gabe, I set this up for you so that you could sit in here with us.
He has the lights turned on for you and everything. Well, he did. We turned them off.
I did. I turned them off because you're not in here. And I even set up that monitor so you could actually watch and see chat while you're working.
I really like having Gabe in here during the stream, and he always leaves.
I know.
Very rude.
He goes and takes his dookie or something.
Very rude.
So is Jason just going to paint horizontal stripes on that vest?
Those are vertical.
Well, not if you go the other way. Oh. Now, interesting. Are they horizontal if you paint them vertically? But when you paint them vertically, are they horizontal? Think about it.
The hell is he talking about?
No, think about this. Okay. Are you painting them up and down right now, right? You're painting them upside vertical.
They're vertical.
But if you flip the model and you painted them that way, technically you've painted them horizontally.
You're painting vertical stripes.
I
painted some of these stripes while the model was horizontal, but they are all vertical stripes. I painted some of them upside down, but they are still right side up.
I don't know about that. Technically, he's looking around for something to throw at me. That's what he was doing in real life. He's like, "What can I throw at this?"
He might be right, Chet. He might be right.
Random question for Jason: what do your knuckle tattoos say?
They say slow and burn.
There you go.
It's a slow burn.
The one and only PMS. Do you think Noosh could be used for terrain? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great use for terrain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I almost bought an FDM 3D printer so that I could print terrain and then use Noosh on that terrain. But I decided not to.
What?
Fast, cool. Yes, Ryan. My son. I don't know.
That's only what he does when I'm not here.
I don't. I'm going to get that for real.
So bad.
Tattooed.
So bad.
But Jason has to do that tattoo.
It's so bad. So bad.
I'm
going to do something here, chat.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to do something here.
What are you going to do?
Because we have a very complex, I tell you. Complex.
Now you're sounding like...
What? Is his microphone working?
No, I turned him off.
You need to give him a microphone.
I won't.
We have to have him be heard.
I won't.
He has to be heard.
I won't ever do that.
You need to do that.
Say something.
Something.
All right, there you go. What were you saying, Jason?
I don't even remember because Gabe derailed it.
You're doing a very complicated thing
well,
right now.
I'm not doing it very complicated. Yeah, I guess so. So we have this pattern with all of the stretch in the fabric.
Yeah.
So I need to highlight this, but now I've created this very busy design.
Can you come down a little?
No, I can't. You need to no. And so what you do is you mix in the color that you want for a highlight on my yellow.
Oh,
right?
I see. And you're going over the...
And I'm going over all of the lines here.
Oh, yeah.
So that I unify the shape, right? Because you've got this problem with, you're not going to want to go in and paint all of this and highlight each individual line necessarily. We're going to have to eventually, but for this preliminary step, being able to come in here and just do a color that is a great highlight for one of the colors. In this case, I'm choosing yellow because the yellow will look good under the red, but if I highlight the red, it will not look good underneath the yellow, if that makes sense. And then we will go back over the top of it.
Papa Chicken, the answer to that is no. Chris, has anyone ever simply responded with a, yeah, sure, when you ask them to center up? Never. Never once in my life.
Yeah, Chris, let me do that for you.
Jordan looks at me, he's like, no. Jason's basically on the verge of making me unemployed every time I ask. And then when I go up there, when Gabe says it to me, I politely say, absolutely, kind sir, I will.
He doesn't. We've all seen it.
I do. Check the tape, which is digital VODs. That's great. That's awesome.
So this is just white and yellow.
That is perfect. That's great to know on folding cloths. I've been wondering that step. So essentially, you just have to take the underneath color and just kind of make a highlight of it.
Well, pick one of your colors.
Yeah.
I typically go with the lighter color and let that be my highlight. And then you can choose then after, because this is doing a very good job of highlighting our yellow lines.
Yeah.
Right? It may not look good on whatever other color you got. On our red, it doesn't look bad.
Right.
Right? But it will make it to where even if you want to go and touch up the spots where the red lines are, this will look good underneath it. So,
huh. I see.
this is why I paint the stripes. First, I paint the base color, and choosing the base color as yellow on this one is just because yellow is the harder color to paint in a lot of cases. So I don't want to paint the red and then yellow stripes over the red. That's more difficult. Get the yellow on there, get it highlighted correctly, get your values set up so your shape looks good.
Carl Duty says, happy to announce I finished painting my first miniatures game that got me into the hobby. Nice. Started with another brand, but switched to PA and haven't looked back.
Thank you.
Welcome. Double T says, center mass, center fold, centrifuge. Just trying to say funny words until Jason catches on. What are you talking about, Double T? I need help. Jason and Chris, what is one model you wanted to paint but may not have the chance to?
Oh, that's an interesting
I don't know if I
question.
can answer that question.
That's an interesting question.
I typically don't really know. That is a tough one. I don't know how to answer that one.
If there's a model I like, I typically get it. The guys around here will laugh because that's very, very true. Yeah.
As I stare at this shelf.
Yeah, there's quite a few models around.
There's some models over there.
So I guess that's a hard one for me because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. You know, if I say something like a Warlord Titan, the only reason that I don't have one to paint is because I would never paint it.
You don't think you'd paint a Warlord?
It's too big. It's stupid. It's like painting a small child.
I do have a Warlord Titan, a proxy one, and it's actually fun, but I don't think I would buy one.
Yeah. It's too much. It would not be a good investment for me because I would never touch it. It's like had AMG not, or no, when AMG, it was Cool Mini or Not, right?
Yeah.
Had they not sent us that huge...
Those two right there?
Yeah.
I would paint
the
those.
Cthulhu and the
Galactus.
The Galactus.
I would paint those.
I
like
never
painting
have
big
models.
I like painting big models. It's fun.
I would never have either of those models if it were up to me.
Yeah, I can't think of a model. Now, I can't afford every model that I would like to paint. That's kind of a different question, though.
Yeah.
So you have to be choosy, right?
Yep.
Little Billy, I'm not painting. Chris paint stream when? We'll figure it out.
I feel like that turned out pretty good. I don't know that I need to go and redden out any of the lines. Maybe.
Why would you? I mean, that's
few.
perfect, right?
It feels pretty good.
Would you red out the lines?
Yeah, you could. You could go back in and let's just do it in some of the shadow because you want to bring volume back into it. So if I take a very thin pyro red and I say that, you know, like on these stripes over here, I want a little less brightness, then I can hit that and it'll bring a little bit of our shadow back into play. Because this is on the darker side of the vest.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can just very quickly, but these I've highlighted pretty well. You know, over here where the it gets a little
darker, right?
Yeah, like because of the hand here maybe. So I can right around here do a little bit more and just glaze that on to the brightness so that it's not looking like it's a, you know,
right,
patent leather or anything. That wasn't what I was going for. So I can choose to bring a little bit more red on some of these just to keep the line work going.
Papa Chicken, in case this hasn't been said recently enough, that stream where Jason taught you how to paint non-metallic metal was truly inspirational. Really glad I was able to watch that one. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, Jason is an excellent teacher. I think you all learned a lot from that day. I did.
Thank you for that. Yeah, so I like that. That looks good. Then we need to highlight the green on the trim, and I'll do that with the same white and the green. The chrome oxide green.
We'll have to come up with another lesson at some point.
He said he'd do it, chat. I heard it right there.
I think OSL would be a good one. I think glazing. That would be a good one.
Glazing, yeah. I think that
was
glazing is probably
I was learning
the next one we should do.
I was learning that while you were teaching me non-metallic metal and realizing I'm like, I have no fundamental way to describe how I actually do glazing for myself.
Well, that's the thing, is that you're talking about some techniques that require you to have those fundamentals. You can't really, that video that we do that says just do this.
Yep.
It requires you. I don't talk about it on that video in terms of calling it out as strictly glazing. Maybe I do. But
we talk about the layering effect a lot in that one.
But in order to layer and blend properly, you need to have an understanding of all of these tools because you will use thin application of paint, thicker application of paint, right? Maybe some stippling, all of that. And so you're going to want to pay attention and have those techniques in your arsenal anyway, just to be able to do, like when somebody comes and says, teach me non-metallic metal. I'm like, do you know how to glaze?
Yeah.
You're going to need it.
Yep.
Do you have to? No. I mean, you can do it. You can do our wish.com non-metallic metal without ever glazing. You're going to need to then have a better handle on feathering to get your blended look. So there's always a need for making sure that you have these techniques in your toolbox, so to speak.
Hawkins, question. Before I go back through the archive streams, I'm doing my Lionel Johnson model. I'm watching carrying the standard. I want to do the staff in like a marble, but jade. No idea how to do that workup. Any suggestions for marble, but jade? Jade marble.
Well, jade has veining like a marble will, and you're just going to start with darker colors, work up through your lighter greenish jades if you want to stay with actual colored jade. But black green veining on top of, dark jade, some blue glazing works really well there. It can be the same application that you would do for marble. You could even do it with the dried, butt wipe.
You did a marble one a while ago. I just don't remember what day it was.
It was on It
was on the skull, the crone.
skull
I actually have it in
crone.
my dock here. 1 second. Look at that, chat. See what I do for you? Oh, here we go. It was on December 10th, 2025. That VOD. Which is... boo-doo-doo-doo. You'll have to go look for it. Here it is. Oh. Oh. And it was when we're doing the faces one. Here we go. Hawkins, check that out. Scorched Earth, I'd love to see Jason paint the Lehman Russ up he held up earlier.
It's up here for a reason. It's just, there's a long line of stuff that I want to be doing.
We've got some Conquest. What are you doing after this one, Jason?
Good question. I don't know.
Might do some one step with. You want to do? We're probably gonna hop back into Conquest, yeah. Some of those other models you have.
Yeah.
Do some one step.
There was something that I had. Oh, no! I want to. We might do some Conquest models too, but I want to get my Pseudo Gundam, my 30-minute mecha model, glued together and paint that.
Oh.
So it'd be kind of like painting the Lehman Russ, because I want to do a Gundam style kit in military scale model style.
Interesting.
So I have to glue it all together. We've been talking about that.
The nude. Please tell me you're doing the nude Defiler, says Little Billy. What's that? Oh, Bilbo. You were gonna paint Bilbo too.
Oh, I have to do Bilbo next.
Bravest
Yeah,
little
for my
Hobbit
mom.
of them all.
Yeah, I have to do so that we can all be absolutely accosted with him doing that.
No,
for
I won't do
multiple
it
streams
anymore.
in a row.
I won't.
No, not just multiple streams in a row. Every 10 minutes.
I won't do that. Nobody can hear you.
I will. Why'd you mute me?
No. You weren't muted. You just weren't loud enough.
Oh. Christopher muted me.
I didn't. What colors are you using for the green highlights, Jason?
It's just the chrome oxide green and white.
Oh, Bilbo Defiler Kit Bash, please? No. That's Bravest Little Hobbit of them all. Can't do that.
You could put Bilbo in the Gundam.
No, he's bigger than the... Bilbo's about as big as the Gundam. He's a little smaller. But the Gundam I've got is really cool.
Hakajin,
He's
I got my first Conquest models after seeing them on stream. Hey, tell them we sent you. You buy more.
100%.
They were one of our sponsors during the MAA this year. Shout out to them. They've got some cool models. They make cool stuff. Apparently, Jason loves it.
What?
Conquest?
They're great. The models are fantastic. I need to go back and finish what we started with the Orc.
Or, even better, you got to show us how to do that red.
I got to show us how to do that red, so I need to build that other guy, the other...
was that with one step? What was that red?
No, this is just Bold Pyro red.
We've had a lot of questions every time you bring that up on airbrushing that
Yeah,
red.
I've got another one of these guys I need to build, but we could build it and then
we have
and then paint
so
that
many
red.
things we could do, chat. That's the answer.
We have a whole year plus worth of content just with Conquest models.
Rocco says, Chris, I'll have you know my wife wants to kill me every stream because I sing the Bilbo song. Yes, Rocco.
Bilbo.
Bravest little hobbit of them all.
Oh, my God.
Quio,
bad.
Quido. Magenta.
It's so bad.
It's
so
a
bad.
great movie.
So bad.
Give yourself a treat and go watch that movie. It's very nostalgic. Without even seeing it, you'll probably get a nostalgia kick.
Without ever having seen the movie?
100%. It's just one of those movies that gives you instant nostalgia.
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude. The animation, the song, the whimsy. Come on now.
Come on now.
All right. I promise I won't sing that song anymore.
He is a
Rock,
lying
I want your marriage to
liar
stay
who
intact.
lies.
And I want Jason not to kill me or come up to me and be like, hey, about that song, it's time. And I'll go, oh no, why?
Zoom in close. I'm using that stipple your way to a blended highlight method. So this is something that's very important, I feel like, when you're doing spots like this over an edge of cloth. It's sometimes hard to figure out how to make your blend go further along the line, and you don't want the line to just stop. So do your highlight area and then kind of just tap the brush into a little bit of a stippled area with dots that blend it out the rest of the way. Because they will act like the blender on the line, right? So now you have that brightness, and then the stipple, the dots that go along the line, become the fade. So it's a really, really good way, especially on fabric, to do your highlights, because it looks and feels like textured fabric. Now, you are going to have to get good at, like, doing small dots depending on the scale you're painting at, right? This guy's bigger than a Space Marine. On Space Marine fabric, you got to do even smaller dots, or they look like, bright braille or something. But
B-Town Flyer, getting really excited for One Step, but I'm curious on how well mixing your own colors with regular PA and the medium works well. Oh my gosh, do we have a video coming for you?
It works fantastic.
Jason has been doing that quite a bit over the last couple months, but yes, they work great.
It doesn't take a lot. 2-to-1 paint, or 2-to-1 medium to paint, and you're pretty much set to go. And it's no joke. It turns the paint into it. The more opaque the color that you're dealing with is, the more you may want to thin it. So, it's one of those, you'll play around with it, test it, get used to how it turns out. But yeah, that's the medium, I think, is going to shock people with how well it works. Lots of people have said that they have, Lamia medium or whatever else, and these things that, oh yeah, you can use it like, contrast paint. And it doesn't. Ours does.
Double T, I keep seeing all these people posting One Step on Instagram and Facebook, and I keep having FOMO. This must stop. I've called the Hobby Nerd hotline, and they said, sucks to suck.
Well, we never said they were nice on the hotline.
They're truthful.
Very truthful.
Gabe over there secretly trying to break my set.
You put things in my way, and I tripped on them.
You literally extended your hand up into the skies and
to balance
hit that
myself
light.
as I was tumbling.
To balance yourself on that flat ground, it's everywhere.
There was a chair.
That damn flat ground is everywhere. Watch out. Watch out, Gabe.
Don't hit the lights.
Cables are tripping me.
No, there's no cables.
This is a work hazard,
No.
workplace hazard.
I have a very beautiful
Call OSHA,
cover
Gabe.
here. Don't call OSHA. This is fine and ready and legal and ready to go. You know what? Call them. Hit them up. I'm ready. I'm ready for my test. I shall pass. Fire extinguishers over there in full line of sight. We're ready to go.
I almost died on a chair.
That's a you thing. That's not an OSHA thing. Oxygen, I'd love to see some streams where you all tackle a similar type of relatively simple model like Night Haunt. Okay.
Huh?
Just to see how Jason, Chris, Baby J, Jen, Gabe, and all the rest would approach the ghostly effect, like doing a ghost. Interesting.
Oh, okay. So you're talking specifically Night Haunt for the ghost effect part of that. Yeah, we can do that. I haven't painted a Night Haunt model in a long time.
They're cool.
Hi, T. Schmidt.
He can hear you and see you. I made him a little screen that he can use.
I have a little monitor now.
Which actually, that monitor is probably better than that old TV I had because the contrast is better on that.
It's true.
Did that old TV go to the show?
Yeah. Do you like the TV or the monitor better, Jason?
I think the monitor worked great when we were doing the review.
It's a little bit more accurate.
The color was better on it.
Yeah.
You know, TV's never really going to show you what it is supposed to be doing.
Yeah, Chris.
You don't even know what you're talking about, Mr. Double Drink over there.
True.
Yeah, we can see and hear you, T. Schmidt, in real life. Chat, do you think Jason's going to finish his Frameable?
Are you asking chat if I'm going to finish the model?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I'm asking if you think he's going to finish it.
Of course I'm going to finish it.
I meant, sorry. I reheard my statement. I meant today because you're getting really close.
Oh, no.
Dang,
Oh,
I was like, wow, you're really throwing shade at Jason.
No.
Hey, guys, you think he's going to finish
No,
this one?
I meant today. I meant today.
You think he's going to stop early?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
No. He will finish his model. I'm very excited to see how you do the skin and the teeth. Painting board. Open question. Ooh. Is there a model you like but dread to build? All of them.
All of them. I hate building.
I've been working on a Cathay army and chickening out because building the Sentinel after hearing how difficult it is. I don't know, man.
I don't think there could be a difficult GW model.
I don't know, man. There are some of those older ones that they haven't redone.
Well, Cathay is all new.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
There were never Cathay models.
Oh.
The only thing close to a Cathay model was there might have been an old Empire model that got close. And then the Ogre model that had gone to Cathay, which was a Ninja Ogre Hunter.
You want to know a hard model to build was that stinking Mortis engine from Soulblight.
Oh, the Soulblight, yeah.
Anything with
that one
metal,
was old.
I can't do it.
Flapjack said, let me introduce you to AdMech.
Yeah, they're just fiddly, spindly bastages, yeah.
Any ETA on when spray primers will be back in stock?
One can only hope soon. No idea. They did an inventory take over last weekend, and so a few of them that had been out showed back up for a minute, but they were like just a minute. But yeah, soon. They're on the way.
Yep.
And
they should be hitting the U.S. here soon, and then once they get over to our building, we can go through it all. And
what model would you like to paint for the first time all over again, says Anna?
I love these questions. I love the I want to back up to the one that I would love to paint, but I'm afraid to build. And let me think if there are. There are probably some resin ones that I have. There's a model that we have that we started painting a long time ago that was a 1 of 150 Terrible Kids Stuff model that is an undead lord on a dinosaur. It's a weird model. Really, really great. But I got it put together, and I had to fill in because the resin cast was kind of bad, so it shrunk. So I had a bunch of big gaps. I sculpted the gap between the leg and the torso on the dinosaur, and I had to resculpt all the scales into it because it's a very detailed model. So I filled it, sculpted all the scales, got it good, and the putty shrank in Arizona when I put the paint on it.
Oh.
So I did it with green stuff, which I never do. I always use a harder epoxy clay, like Epoxy Sculpt or something like that. I use green stuff. I put the primer on it, and in Arizona, with it being so dry, it shrank, and all that work I put into it shrank. So I have to scrape that through the paint layer and resculpt it all.
Oh.
Because it's right like where the back leg hits the torso. So there's that it's like the webbing in your thumb. If this is the leg and this is the torso, it has this web of skin that goes. So I had to sculpt that whole web of skin and then all the dinosaur scales on it. And so this all shrank in, and now I have to scrape it and redo it and sculpt all the stuff on it again. So not really that I dread building it, but I really do want to paint that dang model, but I have to redo all that hard work, and that bums me out. So that's probably the closest I have to that.
The Conquest Dormu Damashi was frustrating to build experience. I've had stunning model nightmare.
The Domoru Damashi, is that these guys? That's these guys, right?
I think so. You said
this model in particular made me want to throw things.
Yeah.
It was only this one. The other two of them in the kit are easy. That one, absolute. I was like, I built the other two first, and I was like, I don't know what everybody's bitching about. And then that one, Jen had to listen to me mutter curses under my breath at the table because we were building it during a power outage at the house.
Yeah.
And in our front room, we could open the window. It was in the middle of the day, and enough light floods in for me to do it. But boy, was I not happy. That's a bad engineered model.
Yeah, when am I painting that Cthulhu? I would like to at some point, if Jason will let me. You let me paint that Cthulhu? If I did it well?
You do it at 100% noosh.
No, I have an idea for that. Can I paint that?
Sure.
I actually have a great idea. I would use green noosh.
Eventually.
I would. I think green noosh on that would actually be dope.
Yeah. Angel Heraldez painted that model and actually took time to do it.
This one?
Yeah.
The big one?
He painted the one for them. He painted the studio version of it. Yeah.
That huge one. I haven't seen it. I'll have to look at it.
It's 18 inches tall. If you've not seen these big cool miniature knot ones that they did,
why don't you paint
Galactus
Galactus?
is like 2 feet tall.
I feel like you could do it'd be a fun.
I could do a hell of a job on it. I'm not interested in it. It looks like it would be soul stealing.
I actually looked up. I looked up MCP fake card rules for that Galactus and made me want to play MCP.
Would you have any desire to do it with all rattle cans? Do it like graffiti style? Is it big enough for that?
You could do quite a bit of it with rattle can. Is everybody hearing Gabe as he's asking those questions?
Yeah.
I think that doing it with rattle can could be neat to get the base colors down and would really help because an airbrush is just going to take too long to cover everything. So rattle can would be the way to do it. But once you get past the base coats, it still becomes a monstrosity to try to
if you're really going to
manage the detailing. Because you want to still have it look nice. And the big problem is that a lot of people would take that and let the airbrushing be too soft on it, and it would look a little crappy.
Yeah, you could paint that Galactus head. He's not painting it, chat.
What about just his arm?
That's why they're up there gray. Hell, we gave that. I told a local painter, John, call him out. He may be in chat. Local painter, friend of ours, John, came by and he was stoked to paint it.
Galactus?
And can you zoom in?
Yeah.
But he got it from us and then was not prepared for how big the damn thing is. It's the thought of painting it is awesome. The having it in front of you is debilitating. It's so big. He took the Cthulhu, not the Galactus.
Oh. Yeah, I'll have to. I have some ideas. I like painting big models. I have actually enjoyed painting my Titan, that fake proxy one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've enjoyed that one. Plus, I actually enjoyed Smog too. I like painting big models. Sue me, chat. Oh, that's what you want.
I don't call what you did to Smog painting. I'm going to go on the record.
What do you mean? I reprimed it and I did a good job.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't.
You were gone. You were on a trip when I did that.
Yeah, he did. He did repaint it. It does look nice.
I used the expert acrylics.
When did this happen?
He didn't watch it, Chad.
1,000 years ago.
I'll tell you exactly when it happened, Mister. Actually, seemed like it was a long time ago. Let's go back in time. Here we go. I did it. I painted it on June 11th. Painted the dragon. Oh, also May 29th and May 30th.
That's my birthday. That's when I was at Contrast.
Yeah. Yeah. Came out great, too. I mean, if you're into that thing. Super Duper John, we don't talk about that.
Don't talk about what?
Fight Club.
Oh.
Can you fit Galactus on camera? I'm curious how large it really is. It's large.
You can't fit either one of those on camera.
I'd have to make like a whole setup.
They're literally 2 feet tall.
Most of it would be airbrushing. I had a couple ideas. I do some rattle cans. I would definitely do noosh. I have a couple ideas.
Noosh is a great way to do some of that corner cutting when you get models that big, and so that might take some of the pain away.
That I only can speak to that because I did on those Titan legs, and it came out great. No, Gilborn, it's an official It's not AMG. It's CMON.
It's Cool Mini or Not. It's for the Galactus is a Marvel Undead. And then the Cthulhu is from whatever they're called, a Cthulhu game or whatever it's called.
Yeah, there's a game. But like I said, I went online and found somebody made a MCP card for Galactus, and I thought that was pretty cool.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to try to put it on there? Oh, my. It's heavy. Careful. Careful, SpongeBob. Oh, my. Oh my. I could just switch to the main camera here.
I'd like to introduce you to my son, Galactus.
My stuff.
His arm comes off. So does his head.
His head, because he has an undead head and an undead arm, too.
Jason,
I think you should just paint the arm. You should make the arm super nice. Just paint the arm.
No.
You take the arm and like
the
put
head
it in
would be better.
Like a Fantastic Four, like when they
Diorama.
Fantastic Four, just put the Galactus head and then the Fantastic Four around it.
That could be kind of cool.
But it's ridiculous. Look at this thing. Yeah, I have no need to paint this.
Well, Jason, technically you don't have a need to paint a lot of things.
Hey, I need you to not talk that way. That heresy won't be.
Technically speaking,
That heresy won't.
That's pretty cool. I have some ideas.
Always have ideas.
Yeah.
Are any of them good?
Whoa.
Are any of them good, Chris?
That hit home.
That cuts deep.
Doesn't that cut deep, man? I don't know. That one felt real for a second.
That one felt real.
Man. Hola, how are y'all doing? Hey, we're doing great. Great segue. If you are not familiar with who we are and what we are doing, we're Monument Hobbies.
Hi, I'm Jason.
We actually released Expert Acrylics yesterday, Series Set 2, and 3 new Texture Trainer Frameables that you see Jason painting. This is Whiplash, Willy, along with Sidewinder, Slim, and Rufus. You guys go get those on our website right now. Those are live. And going out the door immediately. No pre-orders, no nothing. You just click that, and you're good to go.
People always beg us to do pre-orders. I don't
For
like it.
what?
I don't like it.
Or
we just sell this stuff.
Here's what we could do. We could make the thing, and then you could buy the thing immediately.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to wait 7 months for your thing.
Yeah, how about let's not do Kickstarters and pre-orders? How about we just make this stuff and sell you this stuff?
I have yeah, that's it. I have a great idea that I'd like to do one step with metallic medium, doing some Sentinels at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to try that.
Some of the new Sentinels are really ridiculously cool.
Yeah, they are.
They don't come from a time that I know out of comic books, like the Omega Sentinels or whatever. They're not characters I know, but I really like the models they've been showing off lately.
Yeah, they've
got a bunch of really cool new ones. If you haven't been paying attention, AMG's been releasing some really cool shots of some supposed Sentinels, but they're like man size.
Yeah, I saw those.
They just don't come from a time in comic books that I were when I was collecting, so I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But they go along with the big ones. And of course, their large Sentinel models are amazing.
Oh, I'm yeah. Those are the only models for MCP I would like to use and play because I just like them. Rengar says Nimrod and Bastion. Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know these characters. They come from a time long after, or maybe not long after, but after I stopped collecting.
Nimrod was from late 80s and early 90s.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't collect spandex superhero comics during that time.
Oh, okay.
Except for the crazy ones like The Authority. That was 90s or early 2000s. The Image Comics stuff was always crazy. Anything that Grant Morrison was doing. Was Nimrod a future timeline, maybe? I can see that. They did a lot of that with the Mutant series stuff, where it was like things from mirrored or time travel. Well, that was the whole Days of Future Past, right?
Right, that's what Wirehead said.
That I didn't know until the movie came out. It just wasn't my thing. Like I said, I stopped paying attention to what I would call mainstream superheroes for quite a while because the comics were not great. The stories weren't great for a long time in the Marvel world as they were going downhill. And DC Vertigo was killing them in the world of storytelling. And as a, 30-something adult, late 20s, early 30s, the Vertigo stuff really spoke to me. Even like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing and things like that were better. But like Hellblazer, the John Constantine stuff, just superb. Transmetropolitan, that's where my whole comic book journey led me away from spandex superheroes, unless it was satirical spandex superheroes. Even The Boys counts in that, right? Came out much later. The Boys was a 2000s era deal, but I still haven't read all of Invincible. I have all of it, but I've never read it all.
This season's been pretty good.
It doesn't follow exactly with the comics, but I hear it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been wanting to finish all the comics before I go back and
I've
do
decided
all the series stuff.
I have decided now to just watch the series before I read the comics.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna do
either way is good. I mean, you just have to be able to, you're looking at it from one perspective or another. But
I'm too late in the game with this to be like, I don't know what actually happens, so I don't want to spoil it for myself inside that. So,
too late in the game.
Just where I don't want to go and read the graphic novels now.
Oh, you've been watching it too much, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like you've already seen so much of the.
Yeah, one of our friends is like, you gotta read it, and I'm like, I want to, but I'm gonna actually wait several years to do it.
Oh, okay.
Because then I can go back and read
I totally
them.
get that.
Now that I know, and there's been spoilers already. You can't avoid those online, but I'm excited to watch it that way. Sam, I just finished organizing close to 5,000 Magic cards ready to start getting back to painting. Wow.
Nice.
Sam.
That's an accomplishment.
That's crazy. Sam was one of our volunteers at the MAA this year.
Yep. And
Sam, that's wild. 5,000 Magic cards?
That's a lot of Magic cards.
I don't know about that.
What don't you know about?
That's a lot of cards. I like playing Magic every once in a while.
Yep. Nothing wrong with a little Magic playing. I can't keep up with it anymore, so I can't. I had to admit a long time ago. I even tried to go back and play the digital version, Arena or whatever they call it now. And,
Yeah.
I probably still have. I know I do. I still have my whole book for MTGO.
Ooh, Cindo, thank you so much for that raid.
Hello.
Welcome in, Raiders. Messy saying, is this piece going to be put into a picture frame?
Yes. And that's the great thing about these is that I will frame them as I finish them. I've only done
That's the full size right there. Hi from France. Hey, everybody.
The Duchess that we did.
Yep. Jeez.
What's that?
I don't think I've seen it finished.
Oh, she's not quite finished. Nothing I do is ever finished. I didn't finish the white ruffles, and I didn't go back and highlight all of the burgundy. Right?
I hate that you're saying this isn't done yet.
It's not done yet.
This is crazy.
It's not done. But it's close. She's close. And then I'm really liking Whiplash. I still have got to do a bunch of background stuff on him. I'm going to paint a wanted poster behind him.
Nice.
I need to create a graphic so that there's a big wanted poster on the wall behind him that's all torn up, and we'll paint it freehand. That'll be like the villain gang or something, and have like a silhouette of all of them on there or something. It's gonna be hard because he takes up a lot of the spot, so I'll figure out how to do that.
Claude, yes, I'll do that after stream. I'll post what I did over that, and it's very faint. That I used dark blue black one step with a bunch of water, and I just risked it and put it in the airbrush and just sprayed it, and I ended up spraying half the model because I want half of it to look darker because I'm going to do a bunch of OSL on the knights.
Right now, like I've been doing, I'm just working titanium white into all of our colors. So this is burnt umber, and I want to give that dirty white cloth wrap feel to these wrist cloths or wrist wraps that he's got. So just keep adding a little bit more white each step. Don't do that.
You can call this Arista wrap.
A what?
It's an Arista wrap. Cinder says, hello everyone. I'm a French mini painter and we did a big review of your website with my team tonight. Oh,
awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Cinder, yeah, we'll check you out.
Welcome.
Where
we're
can
about
we
to
you gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually in the midst of redoing our website. So it's gonna get even better. Updating.
Some cool updates coming to the website.
Some reskinning
next
for some
week,
education.
which will be fun.
Gabe, you're not here on Monday.
I'll be here to help.
He says
Why is
that.
Gabe not here?
He says he's out on the calendar.
Taking my birthday day off.
Oh my God, Gabe has a birthday.
Yep.
Who gave Gabe a birthday?
Happening this weekend.
Shannon did.
All right, what, you guys got a party planned?
We don't party.
No.
Jason.
Oh, you party.
I don't. I'll be at Ludiverse this weekend. Yes, nice. Go say hi to Mally. We have a booth
Mally
there.
will be there.
Yep.
We have a booth there. We're sponsoring the
Hall
paint
1,
and take
booth
area.
9.
There'll be a lot of fun stuff going on at Ludiverse.
Yep. We're
excited
gonna have
to
that
see
all.
how the first year, because this is the first year for Ludiverse. The team there does a great job with other events, and this is, I think, their first big showing at the Ludiverse thing. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm really excited to be a part of it. Are you part of the French War Gamers? They've got a store with a cafe and do all sorts of great stuff in the 40K and gaming community. They just did a review video. I'm not quite done watching it because I got to watch it with subtitles. I don't speak French, which is a shame. But yeah, the video that I got yesterday out on your YouTube is fantastic so far. Talking about the paints and.
Can any glass be used to make a palette? I have a smooth sheet of glass and put some risers on.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, be careful with it if it's
if it's like tinted
breakable
glass. I don't even think then. Yeah,
but it shouldn't be a big deal. There you go. And then kind of dirty white cloth wraps, just simply with the burnt umber and then adding white to it to build it up. Too easy. I'm trying to avoid tackling the coat.
What do you mean?
The leather coat. I'm going back and forth on whether or not I want to work on the hands first, or if we go spend time on the coat.
What do you mean the hands? I thought you were doing the skin last.
Yeah, that was my thought. But now I have everything around the skin done except for the brim of the hat.
I see.
It's going to cause enough shadow.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we could do a little bit on the skin, I guess. That could work. We get some permanent green light.
Permanent green light.
We are painting this entire character with expert acrylics and one step, showing off the flexibility of our expert paste acrylics, as well as our upcoming release, which I think they're selling some at Ludiverse. Is he selling some at Ludiverse?
One step?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's selling one step at Ludiverse. So if you are in Europe, you have a very, very good chance to get some one step again. We sold it for a brief period of time when it was on the website, on our EU site during Adepticon. And now you're going to get another shot at it at Ludiverse, which is going to be cool. It is our answer to all of the speed/contrast paints out there in the world.
It'll be coming May 2026 worldwide. We're seeing mid to late May. And we'll let you know the date as soon as we have all that information lined up. We will let you guys know. But May is the month of One Step, so keep an eye out for that. He's getting awfully goblin-y with that green.
Yeah, I'm just going in on shadow areas and pulling this brighter green into the mid-tones and shadows. Just kind of a mid-weight glaze, I guess we'd call this. So that I keep that fleshy tone on the tops of the fingers and use this to bake my shadows into more of a goblin green, if you will. Again, we'll just kind of scale the color as we go using very loose application of color and allowing it to be semi-transparent so that it can show the base layers through a little bit, because we already have a kind of grayish green flesh tone on the skin, and I think this then adds quite a bit of neat color.
Ryan, it's gonna be May. I knew you wanted me to say that out loud.
So dumb.
It's gonna be May.
What is that?
Because I said it's gonna be in May, and then Ryan says it's gonna be May, and because Ryan knows my aneurysms.
That's not.
What am I trying to say? Mannerisms.
I don't think that's what you're trying to say. I'm having an aneurysm. It's the big one.
He knows my little quirks, and he knew I'd say that out loud or want to. So thank you. It's gonna be May.
What song? Because you're not saying it right.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah. Okay. The inflection you're doing on it's wrong.
It's gonna be May.
No.
That's 100% it.
It's so wrong.
Don't derail this stream. You're welcome. Thank you, Ryan. Shout out to Ryan.
It's gonna be May.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Okay, we won't have this debate here. This is a serious business
Ryan, this
painting
is your
stream.
fault.
This is a serious business painting stream. That is so spot on. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
So not right. It's gonna be May.
That's
what? That is what you're saying, and it's so wrong.
What? Sorry, Jason, that you have to listen to this.
I am very sorry I have to listen to this. I'm sorry for chat.
I'm sorry for everybody.
Chat.
Everybody calm down and apologize for one another, and we'll move on.
Look at our goblin skin.
Goblinish skin. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff.
You better be into that kind of stuff.
I'm
You're painting a goblin for crying out
I
loud.
am. No, it's gonna be me.
Oh my
Thank
God!
you,
Would you
Lumberjack.
please just let it die?
Speaking of Ryan, welcome in everybody. Thank you, Papa Chicken.
Just let it
Hey,
die.
if we are here to live,
Then that has to die.
we live to paint. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for that raid, Sendu. We're painting up one of our new texture trainer frameables, Whiplash Willy, with some expert acrylics and one step. This whole thing, expert acrylic series number 2 came out yesterday as well, and those are live on both our US and EU site.
I apologize for Chris, chat.
Why? That was literally the best pitch of my life. That was great. That was awesome and wonderful. This was a successful unveiling. Wirehead, you get to gobble whatever you want. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Hey, Wirehead, keep us accountable. Game delay. Why do they call him Whiplash? Is that his personality? Oh, yeah. Or he'll give you whiplash. I don't know. One or the other. Maybe he's extremely bipolar, and every time he switches his mood, it gives you whiplash.
I'd like you to talk more about that.
That
Yeah.
dude, spot on.
Great
Spot
segue,
on.
Mr. Therapist.
Spot on. That feels like
This
something
is
Chris
Whiplash
needs to
Willy.
talk about right there.
He's great. Look at him. This guy will turn on a dime. That's why he's whiplash. You don't know where he's going.
I think there's more to this story,
Right?
chat. We need to have a sit-down intervention with Chris and help him out with this.
Are you
Chris,
talking
let's
about
tell
me?
us. Yeah, let's tell us.
I am. I'm telling it right now.
Where does this stem from?
Where does you talking about for me
Yeah.
or for Whiplash Willy?
Yes, where did this come from? Where are you? You're harboring some feelings there.
I'm just describing how we call his personality Whiplash.
I
That's
think we
what
just need
Game
to do
Delay
a-
said.
I think we just need to do a video now of somebody dressed as Whiplash Willy and
Why don't you do that and get
doing
on
that.
that, mister?
being in the room.
What are you
He-
trying to say over
I don't
there?
He just kind of fell off on that one.
In-
That's okay.
in
In
the
the
room.
In,
We could
in
do that.
therapy. Whiplash Willy in therapy.
Oh, there we go. Now we're on to
That's what I meant
something.
to say.
We'll get Whiplash Willy in a therapy, like on the couch.
It'd be awesome.
He's like, man, Doc, I don't know what's going on. I just have so many emotions. They go back and forth so fast. I get whiplash. Whiblang! Product drop. There it is. We got
the whole
there.
video just seems to be Whiplash too.
We landed that plane.
Chat.
Is he a dry or a wet Willy? He's kind of both. That's why you never
He's a
know.
Whiplash Willy.
Yeah. Marketing idea. Animated commercial using all your tamale characters robbing a train.
character.
I understand what you're going here, what you're talking about here, Gilborn the human. I like how you added the human on your on the back of
Did
your
you?
name.
I was like, what are you talking about? Tamale characters? They meant to type frameable.
Sam, I need the happy drugs you take, Christopher. They're wonderful. Hey, you want to know what it is? A little bit of water and a little bit of sunshine, baby. That's all it takes. Every morning.
He's a piece of work, chat. Wind him up, feed him, give him some caffeine.
Nothing wrong with
Never
that.
know what's new.
Have a little black coffee in the morning.
Oh,
Pretty much
God.
it.
Do you put a stick of butter in it?
No,
You should.
I used to.
Oh.
Bulletproof coffee.
Yeah.
I had a kick when it was really trendy, and I'm like, this can't be any good. Then I tried it. I'm like, this is pretty good.
But then you realize that
And then I realized, I'm like,
How
I'm
much-
going through a lot of butter, and my heart's gonna die.
how much butter you go through. Yeah, Chris is happy through photosynthesis.
What are you talking about? That's what I said. There are 3 things that upset me, chat, and I don't know what they are.
Oh, he knows.
I know.
No, he doesn't.
I do.
Don't feed Chris after midnight, and don't get
Chris-
water on him.
Chris doesn't want to.
Hey, don't tell me what to do,
Give you
T.
the
Schmid.
formula.
You're not my dad. I don't do drugs. And don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school. Go to bed. Do your homework. And by homework, I mean you should be painting daily. Now, Jason, are you keeping his nose intentionally purple?
That's magenta, but yes.
He
Is
just
it-
painted that.
Quido.
Like I was just doing this.
He was adding it.
Like I'm just now glazing this.
Oh,
on.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Is it a painty paint stream?
I was
Serious
looking at
painty
chat.
Paint,
I was-
paint stream.
I was looking
Where
at
we
chat.
seriously painty paint.
Yeah,
Jason?
I was
And
looking at
paint.
chat and what he was
Everybody
doing.
calm down. Jason, is this Quido? Magenta?
It is quinacridone magenta. Yes. Single pigment.
Quido.
Oh my god.
Game delay. What's the tree from
Paid
Fellowship of the
professional.
Ring? Old Man Ironwood. Game delay. You're actually banned. That's it for you. You're done. I have that power.
He doesn't.
Al. Okay. Everybody calm down. We've got some great Discord bits in our remote office, our sound effects. Have you heard them, Jason, in our Discord?
No.
Oh, he said that with such disdain.
No.
They're great.
No.
They're pretty funny.
They're technically called Quido
Oh my god.
Magenta.
Have they made that into a little soundbite yet?
Not yet. Hey, gang, I've been adding oils into my workflow and love it for non-metallic metal. The problem is that the price vary by pigment. Is there a world where you see Monument offering oil paints like Expert Acrylics? ?
I won't say never, but I will tell you this: that I am not a fan of heavy solvents. Because we spend so much time getting new people into the hobby, and I would never recommend oils to anybody starting their hobby journey. Just never. They aren't worth the effort and the solvents that you have to mess with, the cleanup, and the fight for dry time. They cause so many issues. So that being said, how could I work around that and get some longevity to pigments that make blending easier? Because I do understand that a lot of people are like, yeah, but I have never had such easy blends. I can finally do flesh tones, and so many things become easier when you have a longer working time. So that being said, we may look into it. If I could ever really break the code on like water-based oils that worked well, then we could take a look. I'm not ready to write it off. I just am not. It's not on the board to be paying attention to right now. Noosh, when you add it to paint, gives you a lot of work time and makes blending super easy with acrylics and cleans up with water. So that would be something I would tell you to dig into and see if you can make that work.
Yeah.
Because it really does work great.
The Expert Acrylics also are awesome in that way. They're not the exact same, obviously, like what Jason's talking about, but they make you feel very painterly. All about that feel, Wirehead, take it easy. Pup is getting jumpy, and it's a beautiful 65. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's been nice here, too. Gilmore says, how would you go about making rough obsidian?
Obsidian is black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So really
Black
just
and shiny?
talking about,
Gilmore?
because obsidian is like a glass
I think so.
kind of shiny stone, right?
Yeah, Aka, go check out Noosh. It's awesome. Yeah, Gilborn says yes. Shiny black obsidian.
So, when you're painting black, the key is always to be able to not lose your black in some medium grays.
Like arrowheads.
And so how to keep your black from graying out while still being able to give it brighter contrast to feel like it is shiny is the toughest thing. That happens like painting it non-metallic metal.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know how to paint non-metallic metal, that statement doesn't help you at all. But the reality is that in order to paint shinier surfaces, you move your brighter and darker colors closer together. So the spoon video works really well. in that regard, Chris.
It's a great video.
Because we have a video where it's like, the latest painting tool you need or whatever. I don't remember what you called it, but it showed the spoon, and we have a spoon that I teach with and a pencil.
Your next painting tool.
Right. So when painting something that's reflective and shiny, in that case, you'll notice how the shinier it is, the more polished it is, like this spoon, the less distance you have between blended colors or between colors that blend, right? So you have the brightness of the light reflection in there, which is the white light in the ceiling. And then you have my finger sitting on here. And notice how none of the colors here blend. You can see shapes. It's like almost mirror shine. So in the mirror, colors don't blend. They have hard lines. It's showing you exactly what it's being shown. Here, you can see the spoon isn't perfectly polished, so you have the brightest light, and then you have a little bit of a blend of color as that from that bright light that goes off the sides, but it goes from bright to super dark very quick, right? So you consider our white as a light and black as the ceiling. The ceiling here is dark brown, but it's that dark brown ceiling. And so it goes white to black really quick. And that creates shine. Same down the length of it. You'll get your brightest shine and your colors, and they will be separated out very quickly with dark reflections from the area around them too. So when you're painting something like onyx, you're going to follow the same line. Your colors are going to be black for most of it, and then probably a bright gray instead of the white, and then just a touch of white on those brightest spots. But you notice, like on the handle here, you see an equal, if not greater amount of darkness than you do of brightness, but this is a silver spoon, right? Because the silver spoon that would normally look near white or in shades of gray everywhere else, it looks more black in this room because all of the walls are very dark, right? We have dark sound absorbing wall on this side, dark ceiling, and so you get the feel of this being almost a black spoon with reflection. It's not. It's the standard chrome, right? We can tell that because of the way the light bounces off it. But then we look at something like this, right? And you have that black plastic. It does the same thing. That shiny black plastic would be how I paint onyx if it was a cylinder shape, right? It just has a shine. But notice how the shine isn't as bright, right? Means it's not quite as polished. This is rough plastic as opposed to bright metal. So my shine is a darker coloring, right? You can see how I can just kind of polish it with my finger. See that? And then if I can get the light back, where's my light go? There it goes. And so you can change that with the angle of light and by rubbing it and polishing it more to make it brighter as it shines in the light. And so now this would be a shiny black. And notice how much black, pure black you have. And then maybe just a swipe of neutral gray and then bright gray right in the middle of it. You don't have a lot of blending from black to dark gray to mid gray to bright gray to white. If you do that, it just looks like this, right? It looks like something that is not polished, is like brushed aluminum, right? Still shiny, but if you go from your darkest color through all the middle grays to finally get brightest at the edge, now it just doesn't look as polished. So that's the determination you have to make, right? Again, look at the little thing on the clip here that's shiny black, and it's mostly black with a couple of spots of white reflection on it, or bright gray reflection on it, the dot and the line, because it's a pill shape, right? And so this is how you would do onyx. You would find a way to keep your black as your base overall color and don't highlight it much. And when you do highlight it, you're going to jump to a very bright shine quickly along the edges and the facets of the onyx. If it's, like a dagger or something that has flat faces, one of those faces will face the light and will almost be pure white, and then everything else will go to black with an outline. And then the nuance is to glaze in enough dark grays in there to give you a little transition into the white, so it doesn't just look like black with a white stripe around it. Trying to think of what we painted here that is black metallic. Most of it is going to have more gray because it's a little dustier, right? Like the black jetpacks for our Blood Angels and the black armor.
That kind of still reads as black, though.
Yeah,
right?
it's not as shiny because, remember, we have more of a dull gray that we work up from our dark black. So if I retreated more of my dull gray so it wasn't as gray across the top, if that darkened up more, this would be really great as a shiny black. Right now it reads as black metal, but it's more like that brushed aluminum side than it is to super shiny, right?
Right.
So same thing. You just want to kind of stay away from that grayishness if you're doing something like onyx, I would think. Can't think of anything that I have done because it's rare unless you have patent leather or like shiny leather dress shoes to do like a real shiny black. I don't do any of my Space Marines that way. I have them be pretty beat up.
Kenneth says, how do you paint something that isn't there? I mean, like on metal miniatures when you have metal between arms or between arms and weapons. Huh.
Paint something that isn't there, like on metal miniatures when you have metal between arms or between arm and weapon. I don't understand. Paint something that isn't there. Like on metal, when you have metal between the arms or between the arm and weapon. You mean that the metal's filled in and it shouldn't be?
Maybe that's what it is. Like, maybe that's kind of what I'm reading. Like not ethereal, but
is that what we're talking about?
Maybe.
I was thinking about the Green Army Men, right? Because the Green Army Men have got that problem where there's a lot of things where there's a big spot.
Restate your question for us, Kenneth.
Help me understand what you mean there, right? If it's an area that's filled in, like, they're holding the gun close to the chest, but somehow there's no space here and there's just a block of metal from the extrusion, how do you paint that?
Yeah.
Could be the question. Because I know that there's some models like that. Sometimes it's flash and you can cut it out, if that's what I'm hearing, if that's what you're meaning. Nice, Hawkingen. But yeah, so restate the question and let me know because I'd love to help you with that. Oh, do we have a meeting, don't we?
Yeah.
At 4:30? Okay. Starting to like that skin. That was easy with just a quick, heavy glaze of the green, too.
You gonna do those eyes, Jason?
Yeah, I need to.
I would like to film those eyes.
What color eyes would he have? Oh, I don't know that I'm ready for you to do that.
At some point, I think this is a great example because you talk about this is where you like to get your eyes, and then you do your technique. And this is just a good example. So not right now. You don't have to do it now. At some point, I think it would be a great example to show everybody because they're nice. It's a nice place to start, right?
Yeah.
The concept of eyes kind of messes with everybody, right? So I think if you don't have to do it now, but at some point, I think having the concept of doing eyes would be a great clip.
Well, like I'm looking at him, and he's got the eyes are kind of reddish. Almost.
They're like orcish, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, they have less iris on them, right? Because he's
I thought they had some kind like it's just a red. He's just got red eyes.
Very interesting. Yeah.
You don't have to right now. I'm just saying in general. I think it'd be good. Are you doing the teeth?
Teeth. Just 2 buck teeth.
I was just about to say that looks funny the way you painted those.
Using the side of the brush and using it like I'm dragging it across the top, so I'm just picking up the shape of the teeth and leaving the black in between. Remember that how you use your brush can do a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
So I'm not painting the gaps and having to use a heavy wash in between the teeth. I'm just going to get the darkness between the teeth naturally by using the side of the brush and not the tip. The tip can go down into those recesses between teeth, and the side can't. So this is going to save me a lot.
Okay, Mech Boy, in clarifying Kenneth's question, I think this is what he's asking. Metal that is too thick to cut, I would like to know. And then Kenneth said yes. Metal that's too thick to cut.
Yeah, so it's where the model, like the extrusion of the model, creates a space that's filled that shouldn't be. So the question is not how to paint something that isn't there, it's how to paint something that shouldn't be there. A lot of times, believe it or not, I paint it black and let it be dead space.
Just
right?
Straight up dead space.
Just dead space. So if it was something that was here in the arm, right? A lot of times that happens where they're carrying a rifle close to the vest, but it's not pressed up against them. It's like it's supposed to be a little bit out, but now there's a spot of metal in between the chest and the arm. I will paint all of that arm and everything so that it's. Can you go full screen with me?
Yes.
So I will paint the arm, and then the area that's in here I will leave black. And then I will paint the shirt to the black so that you have a black area. Because the problem is if you paint it the color of the tunic or the arm, then you have this weird thing that doesn't look right. And I prefer to have the not looks right just be blank black.
Right.
And then it's like you look in there and you see black and it becomes a bottomless hole pit. It doesn't make sense because you would normally see the shirt further down.
Right.
But otherwise you're trying to do really crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like on some of those old Warhammer models, I can see that happening.
There are some like that. There are some that, like I said, you'll have like a flash between the arm and the body, even when it's out further. You can cut that. You can get clippers and cut that out. Cut a triangle out and then file it down. There are some models where the molds don't fit together very well. And because they don't, they have that flash that goes out. And with some metal models especially, that can be thick and not seem like it's able to be cut out, but you can. Getting a jeweler's saw, one of those little fine hacksaws, you can get one of those and cut them out. But the stuff between the body, right, where it's covered by model on all other sides, that's very hard to like drill out and cut, so I don't bother with that.
Yeah, Kenneth, I think we answered that.
Stability in older models, yeah, it could be if it's just like some of the horses, like the horses that only have 2 feet touching the ground, they had like a big weird thing holding it onto the ground. I was always silly and would cut that away and just hope to God the model didn't fall over or break the ankles off, but yeah, because I get bummed out with it. If it's on the feet or where the feet touch the base, you can always do like grass tufts and things around it to hide it. And, you know, build up terrain or rocks and make it look like it's part of a scene. So you can get away with hiding it if it's down towards the foot and the ground. If it's higher up, then no.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, cut the supports off. But like, you know, the old metal models have a base between the feet, right? And so they're on an oval base. And then you stick that on the plastic base and now it sticks up.
Yeah.
These guys are a good example of that. They're not metal, they're plastic, but they do the same thing with them, right? And so some metal models have got this, where it has that oval between the feet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That keeps the model stable. And then you glue that to a base. And this I just would, you know, fill in with the terrain material and build it up, you know, so that it doesn't wind up being a mound when you do the terrain. But yeah, metal models all have that, and it can create problems. And I'm getting excited about this guy. He's starting to look really good.
Yeah.
I like the vest a lot.
Yeah, the vest came out great. I think the highlights that you did, like in these little numbers, that was a great example.
Yeah, it just brought the texture and the volume back to it, right? Because especially when you look at it like that, you can see the difference. The light in the room kind of blows out the yellow and makes it look a little brighter than it really is.
Cool.
Now we got to find the value on our face. We've done this. I want to throw part of the face into cast shadow from the brim of the hat.
Yeah.
So we will have, well, let me do it real quick. Because what I'm thinking, let me get some Payne's Gray.
T. Schmidt, I think you were asking about this earlier.
The ultimate shadow color.
I think this is what you were asking earlier.
Oh, was T. Schmidt asking?
Casting a shadow over, like how you would cast the shadow
over 100%.
This.
The hat brim needs to do that. I wasn't really sure how I want to make that happen. One of the ways here, let's just do this real quick. Let me do this. How do you... Is it on this now? Oh, yeah, it is. I never know how to do this crap. Yeah. So if I use my phone light, is it gonna...
Oh.
Let's see if I can make this work.
Yeah.
With it so everybody else can see it.
Oh, let me refocus. All right. What are you doing here?
Right. See that? I need to be able to take a picture of that.
1 second. Don't move.
Can you come take a picture of that? Oh, just do a screen grab? Bingo. All right, cool.
There you go.
So he has now done a screen grab of that,
uh-huh,
which lets me see from the angle that I would like the shadow how to go in and paint that. And the nose peeks out a little bit,
yeah,
but a lot of the face is cast into shadow, and actually there's a lot of shadow on the back wall that's really cool. Make sure we save that photo.
Yeah.
Right? But what I will do is I will get some thinned down Payne's Gray Payne's Gray is fantastic for this, by the way. It's dark, but it has it's a chromatic black, right? So it's dark enough to get the job done, right? And so what that did is it cast this entire side of the face into shadow, right? So I'm going to grab all of that, right? And it was all the way down to like here. And then
this is kind of what I did yesterday with that thing that I was talking about with my knights. Like building the shadows back in.
Yep.
Yeah, this classic Empire engineer, I thought my making the shirt color would be color, but black is better. Yeah, probably just like what Jason was saying, if there's some of that big flash or that big connecting piece, then black is probably the way to go, right, Jason?
I prefer it, yeah. Yeah, 100%. And then it goes kind of like this. Right, and then right like this. Then actually right over the side, I'm just going to kind of draw it on here. It kind of just goes right like this.
It goes around his face.
Right, it goes like around the poke out of the chin there and up that one, right? And then kind of along at an angle that curves across the face right there.
T-Schmidt, I think this is exactly what your question was earlier, so let me know if it is.
And you're just, I say you, we're just painting this over everything. All the colors that are on here. It's thin enough that those colors show through a little bit, but we're not really concerned. We can add them back in if we see something where maybe the magenta doesn't come through like I wanted it to or whatever. But what we're doing is adding a neat shadow on there.
Yeah.
And then continuing that across onto this whole side, right? Because none of this side actually pokes back out into the light with the direction that I had. Because the brim on the hat is really big. So you're having to make sure that, you're telling that story. So nothing on this side of the face is going to be in light at all.
Justin says, Jason, is that the same angle you had the original source of light coming from?
Yeah. Yep. It's up and to his right shoulder.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Right? See the hat?
Yep.
It's exactly where my shadow on the hat falls. As a matter of fact, that light shining on the hat, really, you can see. Well, they can't see the picture.
It's from that light too.
Yeah, but it's the same place where I have all this light coming from. Right, so it fits the model.
Yeah,
which is a good question, because if you're going to do something like that and you've already picked your light source, make sure you match them.
Yeah,
otherwise you're in a lot of you can create a lot of problems.
Is it worth it painting the underside of the hat full Payne's Gray?
Yeah, I'll paint it all Payne's Gray.
Yeah, and just his nose, the little tip of his nose sticks out.
Yep.
Which really makes it all come out with his chin, right? Where his nose and his chin are at the same, like it gives it definition without it looking from the side.
Yep. This little spot down here all comes out, and this, because the brim, the shadow of the brim it's not wide enough to go down to like his stomach.
And then the shadow on the right ear,
right,
is what Travel Cedric said. Oh yeah.
Can you move the picture over a little bit so I can see what I'm painting on there, what they're seeing? Yeah, perfect, like that. And then what we'll do is, now that we have that Payne's Gray on everything, the ears too, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
And I can even go a step further and do the, when you're glazing a dark color for shadow like this, you're just putting it on everything, right? I'll put it on here, right down to the point where I've got my highlights, right? And that line kind of matches where the light comes around the chin too.
Yep.
And then on this, it has this that happens right here
Yeah. Uh-huh.
on the wall. And we'll glaze this same Payne's Gray. It's such a great color for this. Glaze it on the wall there.
Are you doing this whole number?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get what you guys can't see it, but you're doing like the whole shadow.
I'm not going to do the whole shadow behind him because we're going to paint a wanted poster, so I'm just going to do that part right there where the hat was.
Right.
But it will be over on this side too. But I'm going to paint the poster and then we'll shade the poster. It doesn't make sense to do all that now and then paint the poster over it and then have to paint it again. I'm not going to paint the poster dark,
right.
but it lets you see that that's where that shadow line will be.
Nice. Because now you can kind of identify no matter what where that light's coming from.
Right.
With that line.
Correct. And then we go back and grab some of the white and some of the magenta, so we get this kind of bright pinkish going on. And that lets us kind of get this area that the nose is peeking out of. We'll brighten that up. A little bit of a spherical highlight on the nose. That pulls the nose out from the shadow. And then we do the same with the green on the skin. And I'm just adding white in here. Yellow for sunlight would help a lot.
Yeah.
Depending, so we can glaze yellow back over the top of this if we need to. But a lot of times you just paint for value. And so in this area, I'm going to want to, you know, bolden up the areas that I would normally be highlighting, but only in so much as I can get them to that point where they come out of the shadow. And now you've got that green pulled out and the tip of the nose pulled out of the shadow of the hat.
Yeah, looks great.
And that looks pretty much like our picture.
Right.
We can't show the picture on stream at the same time, but that looks pretty good. And then, of course, we need to bring the shadow across onto the rest. We need to kind of over amplify it onto like the burgundy spots.
Yeah.
You know, like up in here. And we'll probably find out that that highlight right there is not a thing. Because it's further back than the chin.
Oh, I see.
So it's not a thing. So I'm just going to go, this is not going to be the right way to do this because it's going to turn it blue, right? But I'm going to do that and I can come back and correct the color with the reds over the top of that. But that's going to darken that up and make it really fit better with everything we got going on here. And then I'll do the same here.
Kind of everywhere at this. But I guess it doesn't really, I guess the brim of the hat doesn't really get down to like here, right?
No, it stays across like the bottom of here. This is the lowest I'll bring my shadow.
And then you don't have to touch
everything
this.
else pokes out underneath it.
Right.
Right. This might be underneath the chin, so we might darken that just a hair. All of this, because give the chin the ability to play a game, part of the game here. So we'll bring more darkness into all of this, like so, and that immediately makes that feel better. We got the shadow line over here that feels good, right? And then this all over here wouldn't have any light on it. Now we've already highlighted it, which is good because it keeps its volume in place. But all of this would be shaded too. And just choosing the Payne's gray as your unifying shadow color, you would do this across the whole model as necessary. We don't have to have it anywhere but the brim of the hat, really. Everything else is shaded on its own.
Remember Jack saying go black and white for the people? You
mean hang on just 1 second. Yeah, before we do that, let me...
You mean for like the volume thing, right?
Yeah, because that'll do a tremendous number right now after we've darkened all this up. Right? I think that looks really good. Yeah, so put the black and white filter on that.
Yeah.
Now we have our hat brim that is darkening things up. I'm too bright on this right. Go back again. See, I'm too bright on his right ear still because this is right up underneath the hat. So let's just go in and basically darken that entire thing up.
Camera and a filter, is that something that
he takes a picture?
We talk about it all the time. You can take a picture of it with your camera and then just do the black and white filter.
Throw off the
just on your smartphone?
Yeah, just then you take the saturation filter and you just bump it to 0.
Hey, that's pretty fancy.
We're just about out of time, chat. Nice.
And there you got his hiding under the brim of his hat.
Cool.
And because you have used the Payne's gray, you still have the color of the flesh, see?
Yeah.
The color of the skin still shows. I still have that green with a shadowed base on it because it's sitting there right underneath the hat. So it works really well. Same with everything that's underneath the hat that way. And then once we do the wall, of course, we'll darken all this stuff in, this shadow here and all that kind of stuff.
What was the issue with the Payne's gray on the burgundy? Oh, because he had gone over that highlight.
There was a bright highlight of the burgundy here, which the right way to do that would have gone back with the red first and darkened it and gotten rid of the highlight, then done the Payne's gray, because what's happened now is I have a bright area that I put Payne's gray over that makes the Payne's gray brighter right there. That probably isn't the way that would look. This highlight was too high. I just needed to leave it at these low highlights.
Right.
But that's pretty good.
Yep.
Gives us what we want. And you know, now it's painted on there to where even when you turn it upside down, it looks funky because you just have the chin and the nose that pull out of there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not just relying on the light in the room. Like our shadow over here on the side of the hat stays, even though now the light's shining on it that way.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Makes him more menacing. We just need to give him pupils now because the whites of his eyes kind of throw it off a little bit. But
right.
As a matter of fact, just real quick, let's take. I'm going to take the magenta, believe it or not, because I do like the idea of the red eyes. I'm going to take it, and I really feel like he wants to be looking off to his right. Something like that. I like the side eye that he's looking off into the distance, and we got whites only on one side. I'm going to do this with the magenta now, but it may be that we change that later. Rather than staring straight forward, I like that.
Yeah.
A little more menacing. He's got that snigger on his face.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
I can also take just a little bit of the magenta and where the tan that we made out of the burnt umber and the white, where I rubbed the brush across the teeth, it got a little bit of that brightness on the lip. Now we just go over that with the magenta. We don't call it a mistake. We call it intentional. And now with a little magenta over that bright color, we get the color of the lip.
Cool.
Set up on there too. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's looking good. There you go, Chet.
There you go.
Some fun stuff today. Hopefully you learned some neat ways to apply color. We got the ability to do the highlights on the folds on the clothes. Showed you a quick way to pull that together. And it's looking pretty good. He didn't do the shadow on the brim of the hat because I think that his face, the way he drew it, the brim of the hat wasn't as far forward off the head. But I wanted to have that be pretty far forward, so our brim sticks out quite far. And we know we're not lying because we shot light at it, and we know that's the way it would look. I don't know if I'm doing the checkers on the pants yet, so stop asking. I kind of like this. I'm afraid, chat.
Chat, it's been real.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Mm-hmm.
We have had a blast today, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit the follow or subscribe button, depending on where you're watching. We stream live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monument Standard Time here from Phoenix, Arizona and Monument HQ. We'd love to see you back. We do it on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick all simultaneously. So no matter where you're at, you can join in with us, and we would love to see you. Make sure to join, click the links that Chris put in chat there, join the Discord. We're closing in on 7,000 amazing artists just like yourselves.
Yep.
Great community, great place to hang out, share ideas, get inspired, tell fart jokes, show pictures of your pets, food. The jokes are horrible. I'm not going to lie, but that's what makes it so good. So come join us over on Discord. And then make sure to check out monumenthobbies.com and monumenthobbies.eu. No matter where you are in the world, we would love to be your hobby supplier. Come buy some Pro Acryl paint. We manufacture it all right here with our own bare hands. Well,
yeah,
none of us do it with our bare hands anymore. But we have an amazing crew of producers
There
that
you
do over in our manufacturing building. So we'd love to have you shop and fill any holes in your hobby supply categories with our wonderful products. Thank you so much for your support. You keep us going and allowing us to do these cool shows. Stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid. Show some love in the chat we wind up in and enjoy some hobby time as you go off into the rest of your Tuesday evening. And we will check you back here tomorrow. Adios, gang.